What's up? My name's Kim. I'm going to show you how to set up your Java environment on macOS. If you're using Windows, please check out my other video where I covered how to set up your environment on Windows. So there's two things that you need when you want to set up the Java environment on macOS. The first thing that you need is a text editor that comes with macOS, but you can use something like Visual Studio Code if you want. The second thing that you need is the JDK, or Java Development Kit, or Java Compiler. So this one we can install from the internet. Let's open up a browser. I'm using Firefox. What you want to do is search JDK download. And then you'll see this first link here, this Oracle downloads. And then here we'll already be at the latest version. We just have to pick our operating system. So in this tutorial, I'm using macOS, and you can check here. We're using the MacBook Pro. So we want macOS. So this is the part that is very important. If you are on an Intel-based Mac, you want the x86 installer. But if you are on an Apple Silicon Mac, then you want the ARM64 installer. If you don't know which Mac you have, you can click on your Apple logo here, click About This Mac, and if the chip says something like Apple M1, Apple M3, Apple M2, or Apple M4, anything that says like Apple M blank, then you need the ARM64 installer. However, if your chip says Intel, then you want the x64 installer. That's a very big difference. So make sure you pay attention to that. I am on an M4 chip, which is Apple Silicon, so I'm going to install the ARM64 installer. So I click that, and then when it's done, I'll just click Open when complete, and we'll wait for that to be finished. All right. So it'll take you to this JDK24 window. You just want to double click this package file here, and this will install the compiler for you. Now this one's pretty easy. You just want to click continue, allow, continue, install, and then type in your password. And when it's done, it'll say install succeed. You can hit close. And move to trash is fine if you want. So how do we know if we did this correctly? Well, what you can do is type command space or go to your launchpad and look for the terminal. You want to use this app here, your macOS terminal. So when you open up here, it should look something like this. I am going to increase the font for you guys. So if you want to check if you install correctly, you want to run the command Java. So just type Java and hit enter, and you should get a bunch of this stuff. The next command you want to check is Java C. So type in Java C, hit enter, and if you get a bunch of stuff, then you did it correctly. Now, if you see something that says Java command not found or command not found Java, then you did it incorrectly and you have to reinstall. I suggest checking again to make sure if you're on Apple Silicon or if you're on Intel chips. Remember, if you have an Apple M1, 2, 3, or 4, then you have to get the ARM64 installer. If you're on Intel-based chip, then you want the x64 installer. Okay, so now that we have the Java compiler, well, how do we create files and run it? So Mac comes with a text editor that's in the terminal. I'm going to type clear, and I suggest you guys, if you're comfortable with using the terminal, then you can use this one too. Or you can create your files inside the Visual Studio Code or whatever text editor that you are familiar with. But I'm going to use the text editor that comes within Mac, which is called Nano, which is very similar to the one that's in the Google Cloud Shell. So first, I suggest you guys create a folder where you want your Java files to be. I can do this through the terminal, but for simplicity, I'll do it here. So I'll create a new folder. I'm going to name this folder Java Programs with no spaces. And then inside of my terminal, what I'll do is I will direct the terminal to this Java Programs folder. So right now I'm going to type cd desktop with a capital D to go to my desktop. And then now that I'm in my desktop, I can see the folders in my desktop. So if I type ls, I can see the folders in my desktop. I see Java programs right here. So what I'm going to do is cd Java programs, exactly how I typed it. And now I'm in my Java programs folder. Now right now the Java programs folder is empty. But what I'm going to do now, and you'll see it in real time as I run the commands, I'm going to create a text file and save it as a Java file. Well, at first I'll just, basically I'll do that all in one go. I'll create a Java file, but it's basically a text file. So to do that, I'm going to type nano, and I'm going to create a file called hello.java with a capital H. And when I hit enter, now I'm in my text editor. So here is where I can actually start programming. So give me a second. I'm going to pause the recording and just copy and paste the hello world program. Okay, we're back. I have a hello world program on my clipboard. I'm just going to hit Command F to paste it. And this is just a simple hello world program. Make sure that you keep the class name the same as your file name. So I'm going to change this, instead of just saying public class hello world, I'll name it public class hello. And then once you're done, you want to hit Control X to exit. And then it's going to ask if you want to save your changes. I will hit Y for yes. And then it's going to ask you for the file name. I already named it hello.java, so it's fine. I'm going to hit enter. And then you see the file actually pops up right here. Now, what I can do is I can run the command java with the file name of my file, which is hello.java, and it will run my program. Hello world. Now, if I want to edit the program to make it say something else, I'm going to edit this to say, hello YouTube, thanks for watching. I just call nano again, hello.java. And then I'm just going to edit the system out print line statement to say, instead of hello world, let's say, hello YouTube. Thanks for watching. Control X, yes to save, enter to say the file name, and then we'll run the command again. Java, file name hello.java. Hello YouTube, thanks for watching.